Show up at the gym, not as your trainer, but as the woman on the treadmill next to you who made a joke about how she was only there because she ate an entire sleeve of Oreos last night, and you laughed so hard you almost fell off your treadmill. They show up as the neighbor who drops off a casserole when your mom is sick and then casually says, I went through this with my dad. If you ever want to talk, I'm right next door. They show up in the carpool line, in the waiting room at the dentist's office, in the comment section of a Facebook group about gardening. I'm not kidding about the last one. I have a friend, a real, genuine, soul deep friend who I met because we both posted in the same Facebook group about hydrangeas. Hydrangeas. And now she is one of the most important people in my life. She has seen me cry, my body, my doubts, my fears. She has held space for me in ways that I didn't even know I needed. And it started because we both had a strong opinion about whether you should prune in the fall or in the spring. The universe has a sense of humor, friends. So here's the first lesson. Stop looking for the dramatic entrance. Stop expecting the soul healer to arrive with a spotlight and a soundtrack. They're going to sneak in through the side door of your life wearing yoga pants and carrying a Yeti tumbler full of iced coffee, and you might not even recognize them at first. Which brings me to the next question. How do you recognize them? This is the part I've been most excited to talk about because I think this is where so many of us get tripped up. Identifying the soul healer, recognizing them when they're standing right in front of you. I think the reason it's tricky is because our culture has trained us to look for the wrong signals. We look for the person who impresses us, the person who dazzles us, the person who makes us feel excited and electric and swept up. And there's nothing wrong with excitement. There's nothing wrong with being drawn to someone's charisma or energy or magnetism. But I want you to hear me on this. The person who excites you and the person who heals you are not always the same person. Sometimes they are. And that's beautiful when it happens. But sometimes the person who excites you is actually activating your nervous system in a way that feels thrilling, but it's actually just anxiety, wearing a cute outfit. Oh, I see some of you nodding right now. I can feel it through the airwaves. So let me give you some actual practical signs, some markers, oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what I should be paying attention to? Guideposts. Because I think we need concrete here. We need specific. We need something we can hold on to. Sign number one. You feel calm after talking to them, not drained. This is huge. And I mean huge because there are people in your life right now, I guarantee it, who you love, who you care about, who you would do anything for. But after you spend time with them, you feel like someone let the air out of your tires. You're flat, you're empty, you need a nap and a snack and 3 hours of alone time just to recover. That's not a soul healer. That might be a wonderful person. That might be someone you love dearly, but they are not healing you. They are costing you. The soul healer is the person you hang up the phone and you feel fuller, calmer, more settled in your own skin, like someone just smoothed out the wrinkles in your brain. You might not even be able to articulate what happened in the conversation that made you feel that way. It wasn't one specific thing they said. It was just them, their presence, their energy, the way they hold space without grabbing at it. Pay attention to how you feel after. That's the data, friends. That's the real information. Sign number two. They ask you real questions and actually listen to the answers. I cannot stress this enough. In a world of surface level, how are you exchanges, where the expected answer is always good, busy, fine, the soul healer is the person who says no, but really, how are you? And then wait. They don't feel the silence. They don't jump in with their own story. They wait for you to find the words. And when you find them, even if the words are messy and imperfect and stumbling, they receive them like a gift. They don't one up on you. They don't immediately pivot to their own experience. They might eventually share something of their own because vulnerability is a two-way street, and we'll talk about that, but they don't hijack your moment. You know the difference, right? You know the difference between someone who listens and someone who waits for their turn to talk. The soul healer listens. Sign number 3. You don't have to explain your backstory. This one is subtle, but so important. The soul healer is the person who somehow just gets it. You don't have to give them the entire PowerPoint presentation of your childhood trauma and your relationship history and your complicated feelings about your mother before they can understand why you react to things the way you do. They just kind of know. Or maybe they don't know the details, but they sense the shape of it. They feel the weight of it. And they don't need the full story to meet you where you are right now. It's like they speak your emotional language without needing a translator. And before anyone comes at me with, that's unrealistic, Chrissy, I know it sounds that way, but I have experienced it. And I have talked to enough women who have experienced it to know that it's real. It's not magic. It's not mystical. It's attunement. It's someone who has done enough of their own inner work that they can sit with another person's pain without flinching, without needing to manage it or minimize it or explain it away. Sign number 4, they hold your contradictions without judgment. Oh, this one. This one right here. Because here's the truth about being a human woman in the middle of her life. You are a walking, breathing contradiction. And that's not a flaw. That is just reality. You can be strong and scared at the same time. You can love your kids and also miss who you were before you had them. You can be grateful for your life and also feel a low hum of grief for the life you didn't choose. You can want to be held and also want to be left alone. You can feel powerful at 2 p.m. and completely lost by 6 p.m. The soul healer doesn't need you to pick a lane. They don't say, well, which is it? Are you happy or are you sad? They understand that you are both. They understand that you contain multitudes. And they love every single one of those multitudes without needing them to resolve or revolve into something neat and tidy. God, that's beautiful, isn't it? Just someone who lets you be all of the things you are without needing you to simplify yourself for their comfort. Sign number 5. They make you braver. Not by pushing you, not by challenging you with tough love or telling you to just go for it or stop overthinking, by being such a safe place to land that you become willing to take risks. Risks that you wouldn't have taken before. Because here's the thing about soul healing. It doesn't just repair, it emboldens. When you truly seen and truly held, You start to believe that maybe, just maybe, you can handle more than you thought.